In this lecture, we are going to practice another type of DFA construction problems for divisibility strings. For example, here we are considering the decimal string divisible by 3 or 4. Okay, and once the trick is clear to you, you can solve any of the such questions like decimal string divisible by 5, decimal string divisible by 2, or any other problem of this type. Next, from further lecture, we are going to cover divisibility problem for another number systems like binary string with base 2 number system divisible by 5, base 2 string divisible by 6, okay, or base 3 number system string divisible by 5, divisible by 4, okay. So they have a smaller change in tricks, and after that you can solve all these questions easily, and these questions are also very important from exam point of view. Starting with the first example for DFA for decimal strings divisible by 3. As it is clear from the question, the string input string comprises of decimal digits. So DFA M is defined with input symbols from 0 to 9. Here the input is having 10 elements 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9, and the set of states are Q0, Q1 and Q3. Okay. First of all, we can easily identify the number of states in these type of questions because the number of states depend on the number of possible remainders. Okay. For example, if we divide any number with 3, the possible remainders can be 0, 1 and 2. Okay. So the resulting DFA will be having only these 3 states. Here we have Q0, Q1 and Q2. So we can say that Q0 is the state corresponding to remainder 0, Q1 is the state corresponding to remainder 1, and Q2 is the state corresponding to remainder 2. Okay. So whenever we are forming a pattern that is having remainder 1, we must be at state Q1, and if the input string is forming a pattern of remainder 2, then we must be at state Q2. Okay. Same way, if we have to accept all those string that are divisible by 3, means where the remainder is 0, so the final state can only be the initial state or Q0 state where the remainder is 0. Okay. So all those string are having remainder 0 on divisible by 3, the string should be accepted by the DFA, and the initial state or the dedicated state for remainder 0 is Q0. So Q0 will be the final state where we are getting remainder 0 for the input pattern. Okay. So now we have to check the pattern of input string at each and every state, and we have to work accordingly, or we have to move the transition accordingly to any of these 3 states. So starting with the Q0 transition table, because in these divisibility questions it is always easy to construct the transition table first. Okay, then you can easily draw the transition diagram. You can also go with the transition diagram, but if we work with the transition table notation, that would be easier and simple to construct. So here we are having transition table and the 3 state Q0, Q1, Q2. Out of these 3 state, Q0 is the initial state as well as the final state. Now we have to divide the input, as input comprises of 10 digits. So we have to divide the input into the sets for set in the terms of same transitions, because all those digits for which we are getting 0 remainder will be part of the one set, and all those digits for which we are having the remainder as 1 will be part of the second set, and all those numbers for which we are having remainder as 2 will be part of the third set. Okay, as possible remainders are 3, so the input will be divided into 3 sets. Clear? So we have to form 3 sets. As for 0 divided by 3, remainder will be 0. 1 divided by 3, remainder will be 1. So 0 will be part of first set, 1 will be part of second set. For 2 divided by 3, we are getting the remainder as 2. So it will be the part of third set. So first set comprises of all the digit. These all the digits are having remainder 0 on divide by on divisibility of 3. So all these digits will be part of first set. Okay, and second set comprises of all those digits for which we are having remainder 1. So here we are having remainder 1 for 1, for 4 and for 7. And for the third set we are having remainder 2 for digit 2, remainder 2 on divisibility of 3 for input symbol 5, and if we divide 8 by 3 we are getting the remainder 2. So we have divided the input according to the possible remainders, for remainder 0, for remainders 1, remainder 2. So 3 states, as we are having 3 state, it also depend on the number of possible remainders, and the input is divided into different sets according to the remainder, and the initial setup is complete. Now we have to complete these states. Okay, note the first thing over here. We have divided the input into different sets, so whatever will be the transition for any of the element of the set, and the all other elements of the set are will be having the same transition, whether we consider or not, they will be having the same transition. Means whatever transition we will be having for 0, the same transition will work for 3, for 6 and 9 as well. Okay, and whatever transition we will be having for 4, input symbol 4, for any of these states, the same transition will be for 1 and same transition will be for 7. Okay, and the whatever transition we will be having for input symbol 8, from any of these states, the same transition would work for 2 and 5. So we have marked them into one set, we have grouped them into another set, we have grouped them into another set. For all the elements of one set, the states are going to have same transitions. Clear? Now starting with the process of completing the states, as from Q naught, on getting any of the input from the set, first set. So if we receive, being on Q naught means we have received nothing, means at Q naught is the state for remainder 0, and we have received nothing. Okay, next we have to define the transition for 0, 3, 6, 9, because these are the part of the first set. Okay, we can consider any of the symbol because all those symbols of this set are going to have same transitions. So on considering the transitions, let's suppose let's consider the 0. On getting a 0 at Q naught, for 0 we will be having remainder 0, so we must be at the state Q naught itself for 0. Same way, if we receive a 3 at Q naught, the remainder will be 0, so we must be at the Q naught, because Q naught is the state for remainder 0. Same way, for 6 we are having remainder as 0, so we must be at the state Q naught. Okay, means being on Q naught means we have received nothing, and after that if we receive 0, the remainder is 0, and if we receive 3, the remainder is 0, if we receive 6, the remainder is 0, if we receive 9, the remainder is 0. So we can we should be at the Q naught for this transition. That's why we are having the move to the state Q naught for this input. Okay, next, if we receive 1, 4 or 7 at Q naught, okay, on getting 1 we can consider any one of the element of the set. Okay, we need not to work with all the set, all the element. I just consider all the element just for the sake of understandability, but from now you can look at any of one symbol of the set, and the remaining symbol, for the remaining symbol we will be having same rules and same transitions. So on getting a 1 at Q naught, as we have received nothing, on getting a 1 or on getting 4 or on getting 7, we will be having remainder 1. So we need to move to the state Q1 for this input. So we can mark the transition for 1, 4, 7 to state Q1. Same way, on getting 2, 5 or 8, we will be having remainder as 2, 2, 2. Okay, so for these transitions, for the third set, as we are having remainder 2, we need to move to the state Q2. Here we are moving to state Q2, or we can mark the transition 2, 5 and 8 to state Q2. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. Now the state Q0 is complete. We can mark the state Q0 as complete. Now coming to state Q1, we have to complete the state Q1. Being on Q1 means we are having a 1 as remainder. So if we are having 1 as remainder, next we have to mark the transition for other input symbols. We are having 1 in hand. Now if we receive any of symbol from this set, if we receive any of symbol from this set, any of the symbol from this set. So on getting 1 at Q1, we are having a 1. Next we can consider any one symbol from the set. Let's consider 3. Okay, so if we receive 3 from the first set of input, on getting a 3, we are getting the remainder 1. We are getting the remainder 1. Okay, so as 13 modulus 3 is 1, we are getting remainder 1. So we need to move to the state Q1. Okay, same rule will be for the other input from this set. Means for 1, 0, we will be having the remainder 1. For 1, 6, we will be having remainder 1. For 1, 9, we will be having remainder 1. So we can consider for all these input symbol, we are moving to state Q1 from Q1. Okay, next we can mark the self loop for these input symbols 0, 3, 6 and 9. Okay, next on being on Q1 means we have received 1. Next we have to define transition for another set of input symbol, that is 1, 4 and 7. So let's take 1, 1. So the modulus here or the remainder for 3 is 2. Okay, 3 3s are 9, so remainder will be 2. So on getting any of the input from this set, we are having remainder 2. So we need to move to the state Q2. Let's check for another input as well. 1, 4. For 1, 4 modulus with 3, we are having the same remainder as 2. So we need to move to the state Q2. Okay, we can mark the transition to Q2 from this Q1 for input symbol 1, 4 and 7. Don't worry if the transition diagram is not clear to you. We will be having a clear diagram in the next slide. Next, being on Q1 means we have received 1, and for the next set, that is for 2, or we can consider any of the symbol, remainder will be 0. Okay, whether we take 5 from the set, the remainder will be 0. So on getting the 2, 5 or 6 at the state Q1, we will be having remainder as 0. So we need to move to the state Q0. Okay, now we can mark Q1 also as a complete state. Last state to be complete here is Q2. Okay, so from Q2, let's draw the transition for the last set of input symbol from Q1. As for 2, 5, 8, we are moving to the state Q0. So transition will be like this for input symbol 2, 5 and 8. Okay, So from the next from the state Q2, on getting the symbol as being on Q2 means we are having the remainder as 2. Okay, and for the first set of symbols, suppose I get 0, the remainder will be 2, and we should move to the state Q2. Here we are moving to the state Q2. Okay, as the remainder modulus 3 is 2, or we can check for any input 2 with 1, 2 with 3. 3 is from the same set. On getting the 3 at it is forming 23, and 23 modulus 3 is 2. So we need to be add the Q2 for this set of input symbols. Okay, so next, on getting on Q2, we are having already a remainder as 2. On getting the next set, we are having 21, and 21 modulus 3 is 0. Okay, as 21 is completely divisible by 3, so we need to be moved to the state Q0 for the for this set. Okay, next, if we receive any of the input from the third set as Q2, take any of the input from this set. Let's take 5. We will be having remainder as 1. So we need to move to the state Q1 for the same. Okay, so this is the complete transition diagram for this problem, and once the transition diagram is complete, you can easily draw the transition diagram from the transition table. One thing you can note here, we are working into a sequence. Let's suppose if the for first set we are getting Q0, next we will be having Q1, and next we will be having Q2. Okay, if we are having a Q1, next will be Q2, and next will be 0, means we are working in a cycle, Q0, Q1, Q2, then again a Q0. Okay, next, if we are having Q2, the next state will be after getting remainder 2, next remainder will be 0, and next remainder will be 1. So we need to just work with the first state for the first set, and remaining will be the next states. As after remainder 0 we will be having Q1, next we will be having Q2, after remainder 0 remainder 1, remainder 2, and after remainder 1 we will be having remainder 2, next is remainder 0, from 2 0 remainder, then remainder 1. So there is a pattern in the table that you can easily check when you will be practicing by your own. Now let's construct the transition diagram for the same. Once we are done with the transition table, we can easily construct the transition diagram from the transition table, as all the transitions are defined and the transition table is representing the same information as the transition diagram. So starting with the states, as we are having 3 possible state as Q0, Q1 and Q2, where Q0 is the initial and final state. So defining the transition from the transition table for the state Q0, as for first set we are moving to Q0, we are having a self loop to Q0. For the next possible set of input we are moving to the state Q1, and for the next possible set of input we are moving to the state Q2. Next, defining the transition for the state Q1 like this, and last we have to define the transition for the state Q2. So after defining the transitions for the for these states, we and also need to define the tuples for the same in the exam. Next, let's check the acceptability of a string for the for this DFA. As for example, we are taking the string as 28215. Okay, so starting from the initial state for this input string, starting from the initial state Q0, on receiving this first symbol 2, we are moving to the state Q2. Okay, and from Q2 on getting the input symbol 8, we are moving to the state Q1. and on Q1, after getting a 2, we are moving back to the initial state to Q0. Okay. Next, for the fourth input symbol 1, we are moving back to the state Q1 from Q0, and for the last input symbol as 5, we are moving to the state Q0. And once the string is ended and we are at final state or the Q0 state, the string is accepted. And string is also divisible by 3, as we are having remainder 0 on divisibility by 3. Remainder is 0, so the string should end at Q0, and once the string ended at the Q0, the string is accepted by the machine. Coming to the second example, for decimal string divisible by 4, this example is also same as the earlier example, and we need to do no special trick for this. The trick will be same. Now the input symbols are same, but now we are having one extra state as a while we are working with 4, means divisibility by 4, any string divided by 4, we are going to have 4 possible remainders, Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3, means remainders are 0, 1, 2 and 3, and we have to mark the dedicated state for each remainder. So Q0 is the state for remainder 0, Q1 is the state for remainder 1, Q2 is the state for remainder 2, and Q3 is the state for remainder 3. Okay. So we have to mark the state as the possible remainders. Secondly, we have to divide the inputs into the inputs according to the remainders. So as the possible remainders are 4, the inputs is going to be divided into 4 sets, for remainder 0, for remainder 1, for remainder 2 and for remainder 3. So initial state is Q0, also the final state is Q0, like in the previous example. So from the while constructing the table, we are going to construct the table first. The first set with remainder 0 is 0, 4 and 8. The next set with remainder 1 is 1, 5 and 9. For all these symbols we are having the remainder as 1. For the next set we are having 2 and 6 with remainder 2, and the next set is divided according to the remainder 3. So input is divided into the 4 sets according to the possible remainder, means any number divided by 4 here, remainder will be 1, any number divided by 4, the remainder will be 2, and any number divided by 4 here, the remainder will be 3. So once we have completed the division of input string and we are done with number of states, now let's complete the state. Being on Q0 means we have received nothing, and now we can construct easily the table as we are done with the divisibility by 3 problem. So on getting 0, 4 and 8 at Q0, the remainder is going to be 0. Okay, divide 0 by 4, divide 4 by 8, 4 by 4 and or divide 8 by 4, the remainder is going to be 0. So we are moving to the state Q0. Okay, we have marked the Q0 as a final state. So on getting 0, 4 or 8, any digit, the remainder will be 0. Okay, as we have noticed a sequence in the tables or the states in the table, so the next state must be with Q1 and the next state must be Q2, next state must be Q3. Okay, so you can check by the trick that we have solved for the earlier question. On receiving 159, the remainder is 1, so moving to state Q1. On getting 2, 6, remainder is 2, so moving to state Q2, and on getting 3 or 7, remainder is 3. Okay, next, as the Q0 is complete, next we have to complete this Q0 is complete, next we have to complete the state Q1, and for completing the state Q1, being on Q1 means we have received a 1. Okay, and if we receive next symbol as 0, the remainder on divisible by 0 is 2. Okay, so we need to move to the state Q2, and on getting taking one number from the next set, 1, 1, divide by 4, the remainder will be 3. Okay, so moving to state Q3, or there is a pattern after Q3, which what should be the next state on 2? Yes, Q0. And what should be the next state? Q1. Okay, so if we solve the only first state, rest can be considered easily. Okay, next, being on Q2 means we have now we can mark the Q1 as a complete state, as we have drawn the transition for the Q1. Next, being on Q2 means we have received the remainder 2. On getting 0, on getting a 0, the remainder remainder is going to be 0. So we need to move to the state Q0, and once we are we are at Q0, for next set, take any symbol from the next set, we will be getting remainder 1, and for next set 22, suppose we are getting the remainder 2, and for next set we are getting the remainder as 3. So there is a sequence of states from Q0, next state will be Q1, Q2, and next state will be Q3. Same way we can complete the state from Q3. On Q3, after getting any of the input from the first set, we are getting the remainder 2. So we are moving to state Q2. Next state after Q2 will be Q3, next state will be Q0, and next state will be Q1. So this is the easy trick to complete this diagram, this transition table. Once the transition table is complete, we can look for the similar states in the transition table. Like here, Q1 and Q3, both states are having same transitions for same input symbol. Like Q1 and Q3 are having transition to the same resulting states for all the input symbols, as from Q1 we are moving to the state Q2 for this or for first set of input symbols 0, 4 and 8. Same way, from Q1 we are moving to the state Q3 for the second set of input symbols 1, 5, 9, and from Q3 we are moving to the state Q0 for the inputs 2 and 6, and same is the case with Q1, we are moving to the state Q0, and for the next input 3, 7, we are moving to state Q1 from Q1, and also to Q1 from the state Q3. So these two states are similar, and we can keep any one of these two states in our final transition table. But one thing to be thing to be tracked here is we can only merge the states of the same group. By group here we means that group of final state and group of non-final state, as Q1 and Q3 are similar state and both states are non-final states, means both states belong to the non-final group. So we can always merge these two states, means we can merge a non-final state with another non-final state, or we can merge a final state with a final state, but we cannot mix the groups, means we cannot merge a final state with a non-final state. Okay, so now we can cancel out one of the state and we can reconstruct the transition table like this. Now we have renamed the state Q1 to state Q13 and also the state Q3 to the state Q13. So we have removed the state Q1 and Q3 from the transition table and renamed the states with the name state Q13 at all the places. Okay, now next we can also check here that these two columns, means second and the fourth column, are same. By same we means that for all these inputs, for all these inputs in the second column and in the last column, we are having the transition to the same state. Okay, so as for this input set and for this input set we are having the same transitions, so we can also keep one column, or we can merge these input sets to one input set. Okay, so we can also cancel out the one of these columns, as both the columns are similar. But for this we need to merge the inputs, as we have merged the input to the one set, as these two input sets are doing the same job, so we can merge these set and represent them with the one column only. So now this is our final transition table for decimal strings divisible by 4. Okay, we could also keep this table, and we can also draw the transition diagram according to this table. Okay, but that transition diagram is not going to be the minimized DFA's transition diagram. Okay, so to construct the minimized DFA transition diagram, we have to do such analysis, and we can always merge the similar states in the same group, means final with final and non-final with non-final states. So here we just merge the input sets as well to reduce one of the column from the transition table. Now let's construct the transition diagram for this resulting transition table. So the transition table is this, as we have cancelled out one of the column, so the resulting table was this, and the resulting transition diagram is this. We have merged the input set from this and this to one set 1 3 5 7 9, and this is the resulting transition diagram for this problem, for decimal string divisible by 4. If you in the exam we need to show the acceptance of one of the string. For the example, let's take the input string as 1 3 6 and 4. Okay, so let's check the acceptability of this string. If the string is divisible by 4, then the remainder will be 0, and we must be at the state q0 at the end of the input string. So starting with the initial state, as initial state is q0, on getting the input symbol 1, we are moving to state q13. Okay, as this is the first transition. Next, on getting the input symbol 3, we are having the self loop at the same state. So for the next input symbol, we are moving to the same state. For the next input 6, from this state, for the next input symbol 6, here we are moving back to the state q0, and for the last input symbol 4, from this state we are having a self loop. So we are at q0 itself, and as q0 is the final state, so the string is accepted by the machine. So in exam it is always appreciable if you show the acceptance of one of the string. In the next lecture, we are going to practice the DFAs for binary string divisible by 3 and 4. Okay, like we have done for the decimal string divisible by 3 and 4. So for the decimal strings, we need not to convert the string to the any of the number system, but for the binary number system, for binary string, as binary are base 2 number system, we have to convert the string into the decimal number system. Then we have to check for the remainder and follow the same trick that we have followed for decimal strings. Okay, so as we have discussed the decimal strings for divisibility check for 3 and 4, we can do the similar question for the decimal string divisible by 5, decimal string divisible by 2, decimal string divisible by 6, or any other number using the same trick.